Hey guys, welcome to another video. Last time we took a look at some NECA figures from the West. Really high quality, really good price point. If you like Ninja Turtles, you really should try and seek them out and buy them. Hopefully there's another pile of stock for GameStop later. Anyway, today we're looking at more Western figures that are also really good. Today we're looking at Batman the Animated Series Deluxe version figure with all the accessories and facial expressions. This was here sculpted by Irene Matar, whoever that is. Oh, so it's this one as well, this Commissioner Gordon regular figure. I got this for about 150 Hong Kong dollars. I saw it, it looked great. I just had to pick it up from, I think it was Mezco, from Metro Comics in Hong Kong, Causeway Bay. I picked this up at Inns Point. This was 450 Hong Kong dollars, but for the quality that I got, overall I am quite satisfied, but there's a few things that did disappoint me after I opened the box. By saying I really hate this kind of packaging. Not only do you have to destroy it to get the figure out, but they still have like accessories tray here for some reason. Like that's like you gotta put it back in here. You pull the card out and the figure itself is has these little straps on him as well as a lot of sellotape holding these pieces in. Like if these plastic bits can't even stay in there, just forget it. It's just. Oh, and this card needs tape on it as well. It just seems excessive and pointless, and you're gonna have to chuck this in the recycle bin anyway, because from the gun holding hands, Commissioner Gordon also comes with a pair of fists and a pair of regular item holding hands, so that's pretty decent. Kinda wish his other item holding hand was a pair of relaxed hands, that would have been better. He also comes with a revolver as well as a speakerphone, which, yeah, okay, these are the items I've seen him the most in the show, so it makes sense that they come in here. There are also generic instructions inside for the different figures of this wave, as well as an advertisement sheet of some of the other figures. And finally, you have a figure display stand with his concept map printed on the bottom, which is quite nice. Like, I get it, it's nice to have something like this in the figure somewhere to celebrate the animation style, so that's pretty good. However, since they're using a generic stand, they need a stand to be able to hold all different Batman Animated Series characters, and because of that, the stand itself isn't very good. The base is nice, like I like the print, but then let's see, you get this transparent piece, you're trying to stick it in there and it's not getting in. So you stick this transparent pole in there, and on the other side you just have this piece, which just slides in and out, got a grip there, and then you move this down. So how is Commissioner Gordon going to fit on this stand? Well, to put it shortly, he doesn't really. All this stand does is just to sort of keep him in place, and you just have him lean on it. And so, yeah, that doesn't quite work. I mean, he's not falling over, that's because the figure can stand quite well on his own, but if you're trying to do a more epic action pose with Commissioner Gordon, you're going to need another stand. This just isn't going to cut it. And another thing with the stand is you got all this access on the back. This is a really crappy stand. Fortunately, with the Batman figure we will see momentarily, they have a much better stand for that figure. The sculpting and detail on this figure are really spot on for the character. And while the joints can seem a bit ugly at times, I think it gets away with it because of the animated style. For such a bulky figure, bulky character, he's still surprisingly well articulated. I like that for the most part the figure is done in a hard plastic, but of course his coat itself is done in a soft rubbery plastic. And even though there are two different kinds of plastics here, you can't really tell the difference between the plastic, the brown color of the arms, to the brown color of the coat itself. The cutting areas where they've done the articulation for this figure are quite nice, although not as good as I would hope it to be. Commissioner Gordon has a ball peg neck, so you can look up a little bit, look down, sideways, like that. The glasses, despite not having a transparent piece of glass there, or plastic, still looks quite good. Moving down to the torso, he has full rotation here. No like hinge joint on the stomach area, but that's fine. Would have been nice if there's a ball joint in there, but whatever. Arms can go up. There's one. Arms can go up. There's sort of a clickiness to it. I'm not too bothered about that right now. And full rotation here. It does get a little bit weird when that happens, but it's okay. Elbow joint rotations in there. Really wish this was a double joint so I can really bend his arms up, because as of right now he has no way of actually using his speakerphone, loud speakerphone, because he can't actually bring his hand up to his mouth. Hand is on a peg and swivel. Now the legs are definitely kind of a bit weird here, but this coat, his jacket, does cover up a lot of the flaws and hides the joints quite well, especially around here. If If you open that up, you can see, whoa, what's going on there? That's pretty bad. But, you know, he can move his legs up and, whoa, that's a weird cut up from a certain angle. So that can get a bit weird, but for the most part, looks fine. So he can move his leg up. That's like a 90-degree angle right there. And then his leg can go up just a little bit. He can't sit down, which is a bit of a shame. His legs can go back. You can see like way back, and his jacket really doesn't get in the way. And the joint is tough enough that it can push back against the jacket, so that's cool. I really wish he can sit down though. He can bend his knees just a little bit, so he can still walk upstairs, I suppose. Feet have a rotating joint there, but unfortunately he's not a ball peg, so you can't even swivel that a lot. That's annoying. They really should have done a ball peg down there, but otherwise Commissioner Gordon can still do a lot of different poses. Just a little bit missing there. Could have been a lot better, but as of right now it's still okay, especially for the price. As for the Batman figure, he already has fists already on him, as well as 2 item holding hands, 2 grapple gun holding hands, and a hand that's already molded to the grapple gun, a free grapple gun, a batarang, a little pistol, I think that's like an injection pistol, a tiny knife, some red goggles, diving, breathing gear, another kind of gun thing, and a remote, as well as a baseball bat, because he's Batman? One of the biggest things advertised for this figure is of course the different facial expressions, which is awesome. He has his usual blank face expression, as well as a shocked face, angry face, kind of a happy angry face. Honestly, these 2 faces are so similar to each other, it's hard to tell the difference. A mouth open shouting face, I guess, and a hurt face. And finally a Bruce Wayne face that not only looks ugly but also looks ridiculous when plugging it onto the Batman torso, because they positioned the joint wrong. They should have cut way more plastic on the back of the head. This head is utterly useless and just looks pathetic. This version of Batman comes with the cloth cape, which is nice because if you don't want to buy the ultimate collector's Batmobile, you can still have a cloth cape with Batman. And he also comes with 2 alternative capes, the regular rubber plastic cape from the original figure and a more kind of wind-blowing cape. And this is where disappointment comes in when I mentioned at the beginning of the video. When this figure was originally advertised, they were going to release the sort of jumping down from the sky cape, spray, way open cape, but that's unfortunately not here. It's just gone. And instead they just put one of the old capes in there. Like, do you really need the regular flow cape compared next to like the cloth cape? It's nice, I suppose, with different poses and whatnot, but overall it would have been really nice to have that spray open cape. I really wanted that. That was awesome. And finally we have a figure stand which is different from the Commissioner Gordon one, and in the instructions it's advertised that this is just for like an action pose and stuff. My question is, why couldn't it be both? Why couldn't this stand worked as just a display stand? You can't bend the joints down. How hard is it to make a figure stand? Seriously. Like, Bandai's been making it for years, just copy them. And for those collectors who like the art and concept art designs on the regular figure stands, you're not gonna get it here. Like, why isn't it here? Like, if you have an action pose stand, then you really need a stand for just regular display or standing. But you don't. Why? Why is that? It's just stupid. The hand on the stand also uses a spring-load mechanism, which you think, okay, that's nice, I guess. It gets the figure like tight and stuff, but think about it. Only one side of the stand opens up, meaning that, look, the figure's not going to face in a straightforward direction. I'm going to place him in there. Look, it's on an angle, it's slanted. That can be quite annoying. That means you're going to repose a bit of the arm after you do that. And seriously, and the spring-loaded mechanism and stuff is just going to get weaker over time. What a stupid stand. The other figure art's Batman next to him, and you see it at the same scale, pretty much. Injustice Batman, of course, also played by Kevin Conroy. You've got the Dark Knight Batman on the right hand side, and we've got the Batflick there, which he's shorter than all the other ones. That's not very menacing. And well, he's the same height as Commissioner Gordon, almost the same size. Relation for Batman's obviously going to be a lot better than Commissioner Gordon, but anyway, so he can look up, look down, sideways. He pretty much has a single ball peg in there. So full rotation here as well. Does look a little bit odd on the side, so you really have to ignore that cutting right there. Felt like this should have been a full head, and the neck joint could have been like a double joint. It would have been much better, but this is what we have right here. It looks great from the front and most angles when he's looking forward, but as soon as he looks to the side, it can look a little bit weird, so you're gonna have to, you know, be careful when you pose this figure, or else you just look a little bit awkward. The cape here uses a rubbery plastic and a cloth here, and the other ones are just, you know, that rubbery plastic, same rubbery plastic as Commissioner Gordon's jacket coat. So same arm joints as Commissioner Gordon here. Arm goes up, full rotation here, and single elbow joint rotation here, and peg and swivel for the hands. Torso rotation here. So you see this really could have had an extra round cut there as a ball peg inside. Whatever. Leg goes up, back quite a lot. So Batman can sit down, thank God, because he has a Batmobile to ride. But do a little kick and he does look very awkward right there. Single knee joint really could have been double. Only the this joint is visible on the knee, looks quite ugly, but not too noticeable. Feet goes forwards and backwards, and it does have some rotation there because it's just on a peg. So Batman is definitely a little bit more agile, more poseable than Commissioner Gordon, but there's still some spaces where I think it's a little bit limited that really could have been improved on as well. But as of right now, the articulation is decent enough. So those Batman figures were pretty good, but I can't help but feel like they could just improve just a little bit more and they would be perfect. There's probably no chance of Figma or even Revoltech or Figuarts to do one. So as of right now, these are the best Batman animated series figures right now, and I am enjoying them and find them okay, and I like the scale, I like the articulation, and the overall molding and paint job. All of that stuff is pretty good. The figures themselves also stay very accurate to the original source material, and you know, that's great. I look forward to picking up some of the other ones. I want to pick up the Expressions or the Ultimate version of Joker, perhaps a Harley Quinn and a Robin, and that's it for now. I don't really feel like I want to pick up every character. If I do see the Superman and Lois Lane pack, I'll probably pick that up as well. As for the other Justice League members, that's like exclusive to the DC Universe streaming service, I believe. So I'm probably going to give that a pass because it's probably going to be just too much of a hassle to get. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Support this channel via leaving comments below, sharing the video, or heading over to Patreon. As always, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.